This lesson will focus on the area of combined shapes from the broad general education. A combined shape is a shape made up of two or more shapes. For example, it could consist of a rectangle joined on to a semicircle. Example 1. Find the area of the shape.
In example 1, we've been asked to find the area of the combined shape. Looking at the shape, you'll see that it has a rectangle and it also has a semicircle. So the first thing I'm going to do here is just split my shape up into shape 1, which will be the rectangle, shape 2, which will be the semicircle. So let's take on shape 1 first of all. The area of a rectangle is length multiplied by breadth. The length of my rectangle will be 30 centimetres, whilst my breadth is going to be 14 centimetres. Type that into my calculator just to make sure, and we should have an answer of 420 square centimetres. Now that's the straightforward part. Let's now move on to the area of our semicircle. So with any semicircle, the first thing we're going to want to do is we're going to want to find the area of the full circle first of all. Now, we've been given this dimension here, which is 14 centimetres. Now, we should know that a straight line that goes from one edge of a circle through the centre to the opposite edge is a diameter. So this is a diameter of 14, which means radius will be 7. First things first, let's get the area of the full circle. That's pi r squared. Pi multiplied by 7 squared. If we type this into a calculator, we're going to get an answer of 153.938. It keeps going. And again, we're rounding it to 2 decimal places unless told otherwise. 153.94 square centimetres. Now that's the full circle, so therefore semicircle is equal to 153.94 all divided by 2, which gives me 76.97 square centimetres. Now that I have the area of shape 1 and shape 2, therefore total is 420, adding 76.97. So my final answer is 496.97, and it will be square centimetres.
Example 2. Find the area of the shape.
In example 2, we've once again been given a combined shape which has rectangle and semicircle. The dimensions are slightly different. If we look here at the semicircle, we've been given this dotted line. So I'm going to start with this first of all. So a dotted line, that's going from the centre to the edge of the circle, that makes that a radius. Any straight line going from the centre to the edge of any point in the circle makes it a radius. So with that being said, let's get our full area. So capital A is equal to pi r squared, which is pi multiplied by 2.2 squared. So let's type that into a calculator. And that's coming out as 15.205, and continuing on. And I'm rounding that to 15.21 square metres. That's my full circle, so therefore semicircle is 15.21 divided by 2. So I'll take my 15.21 divided by 2, and I'm going to get 7.605. So same thing again, let's round to 2 decimal places, 7.61 square metres. Now that we've got shape 2, we're going to move on to shape 1. Now shape 1 is a rectangle, so to begin with, let's put our formula down. We know that A is equal to L multiplied by B. Now we've been given one dimension, however, we still need to get this other dimension. So we've got this, which will be our length, we're going to look for our breadth. Now if we notice here, we've got the centre point here. The centre point of that circle to the edge of the circle represents a radius. So we can now take our 2.2 and say that this section here is 2.2. That represents the radius being 2.2, so therefore the full length, i.e. the diameter, will be 4.4. So let's just mark that down here, 4.4. So substituting into our formula, I have 8 multiplied by 4.4. I'll take that into my calculator. That gives me 35.2, and it will be square metres. So therefore, total will be 35.2, adding 7.61, and we should see we get an answer of 42.81 square metres.